PRISM is called Partnership for Reform Through Investigative Science and Math, and it's a partnership between the University of Hawaii at Hilo and the Hawaii Island Department of Education. We've been working on this for 2 years. It gives the graduate students support to engage in these activities. It gives the teachers time to come out of school to learn how to develop science curriculum. And we really chose the elementary schools in large part because we understood that this is where we wanted to focus our program at, where the kids are young and where they're vital and interested.
And so science being a very major part of who we are, especially when we take a look at the kind of environment that we have. We want to make sure that the environment is conducive to the kind of things that we want our kids to learn.
Taking a closer look at the environment around them, they learn a lot more. That's what they remember, that's what they'll say weeks from now. I remember going here and doing this. The first unit we looked at native plants and environmental factors in the different regions of the Ahupua'a. That's the Hawaiian land division from the mountain to the sea. And then second semester we're doing an open ocean unit.
To take science outside of the wall of our classrooms, is very important. We do not have to spend many and hundreds of dollars on stuff, because everything is around us. But how do we utilize the resources that's around us is very important. So I think that's what PRISM brings as well, is making sure that there's a connection between our environment and us.
PRISM is actually a partnership with the Hawaii Department of Education. Fellows get partnered with teachers at various schools. So at this point there are 12 fellows, and each of them have come up with their own curriculum based off of some unique biotic factor of Hawaii. So we have individuals who have brought curriculum about native Hawaiian birds, coral reefs, sandy shores, open ocean, dry forest restoration.
I think the other major part is just helping the teachers out. They have so many commitments and their days are so busy, it's hard for them to put all these lessons together and to gather the resources. But they have such great ideas about what they want to do. So just sitting down and talking with them and saying, what do you guys want to do? How do you want to approach this? And then just providing the manpower and providing some of the scientific resources and the technology and putting those lessons together that really stresses the science.
They get to get away from the textbook, and also, for example, today go outside and get their hands dirty, get in the water, or handle the organism, and I guess also the teachers love it too.
We've been looking at the different plants around the Kai region here at the ocean, looking at adaptations they have to survive in their environment, looking at different uses that Hawaiians, how they used these plants, what they were used for. And in general, going out on the canoe, looking at, again, what the plants were used for to make the canoe, and also sustainability. That's how they got here, was on the canoe, and they could only bring so much with them.
Students here are so inquisitive. They all grew up outdoors. None of these kids go inside for winter, so they're always outside. And they are super curious about, how the environment works, what fish does what happens if we plant trees somewhere else, and as you drive around the big island, you see so many different types of environments, so they're curious about that and the animals that live here.
90% of Hawaii's species are unique to Hawaii. That's a wonderful living laboratory for understanding how biodiversity arises and the trouble that biodiversity has. All the plants and animals that we have here, many of them are endangered and at risk of going extinct. We have lots of problems to solve about how to be sustainable into the future. We can learn and study those problems here, and they're certainly very relevant for Hawaii, but they're also important for understanding throughout the world.